Shalom, shalom, wise Salas speaking. New book, The Wise Dumb. Of course, you can visit my website. Like I said, you can visit my website, pick up yourself a copy. Just giving you guys a quick preview before I begin. Now, this book has, I think, 5 different lectures in it, explaining very deep things. First one in, please let me know if I'm clear. Like I said, I'm just giving you a quick little preview. Visit upscaleknowledge.org if you'd like to purchase a copy. I think I'm going to release it on Amazon next month. It's a lot in here. Of course, if you're new here, I explain the real meaning behind all the ancient scholarship, artwork, things of that nature. Like I said, you can visit my website, upscaleknowledge.org. Now, I want to begin. Those of you that purchased your book, I'll be mailing it out on Monday. Of course, today is the 1st. Like I said, of course, today is the 1st. I'll be mailing them out Monday. Subscribe if you haven't. And click the thumb as well. Now, I'm assuming I'm clear. The first thing I want to do is answer the question that I asked you all. I believe that was yesterday. The question was, what is the purpose of life? Now, of course, a lot of you guys answered. And all the answers were good. Meaning all the answers that you guys had, they were good. They were good answers to live by. They were good answers if I asked you, what should you do in life? Or what should you do with your life? But the question was, what's the purpose of life? Now, everyone had an answer. And that answer was wrong. But like I said, it was a good answer to live by. Now, here's the answer. What's the purpose of life? If you're someone who has the mind where you say there's no definitive answer, meaning there's no one answer, That's not true. There's just one answer to what's the purpose of life. When I give you the answer, then you will know that. That's how truth works. You can think whatever you want. Once you hear it, then you know, like, oh yeah, I don't think anything's going to be better than that. Now, here's the answer. What is the purpose of life? To see. To live. How y'all forgot that? I'll say it again. Purpose of life is to see, which is to live. It's one and the same. If you could see, then you alive. What you do with your time is what you do with your time. But the purpose of life is for y'all to see. Because y'all are not grateful or don't have any gratitude for life, y'all forgot that. Meaning y'all forgot the first truth. Whatever your answer is to what's the purpose of life, you need to be alive to accomplish it. There ain't nothing more important than life and living. Because life don't matter so much to y'all, y'all completely forgot. There's no purpose besides that. It's just living and seeing. Because y'all are not grateful for life and y'all completely forgot about life, life forgot about y'all. In that, most people don't have a life. They're not living. They don't even know what that is. They think living is something they seen online. Living is fellowshipping and seeing and being. There's nothing else that you need to do after that. You can do many things after that. Good things, bad things, whatever you choose. But it starts there. To forget life is to forget your own self. Unless you death. And so you see my point? Everybody's far off course. Meaning y'all so wrapped up in life. Or the foolishness in it. Y'all forgetting the most simple things. And that when I asked what's the purpose of life, that should have been all of y'all answers. Life, living. And to be here, nigga, to see. That part. Peace and wisdom, Jimmy Infinity. And so the point of the question is so y'all can get to the point of the question, which is living. In regards to your deeds, make them good. Make the best use of your idle time, and you get my point. Understand that everything is a seed, meaning your mind is a seed, or your thoughts, better yet, it's a seed. Your emotional state, seed. Your money, it's a seed. Plant wisely. A lot of y'all plant y'all negative emotional state into the world, and you receive that back, meaning that's what harvest. You plant your negative mind into people, and that's what harvest. You plant your money into things that's useless, and you get your harvest. And so look at every aspect of your being as a seed. Don't forget you will seed your own self. That's how you hear. Seed was planted in your mother, and you get it? And so every aspect of your being still reflects that beginning, meaning seed. And so I guess it goes both ways. Seed and soil. Y'all minds are soil. Y'all emotional states are soil. means a seed. I don't I don't know how to turn that into soil, but you get my point. Watch where you plant, or watch where you plant into, and watch what you let plant into yourself. Because you get it? The harvest gonna happen on both ends, outside and inside. And so, purpose of life is to see and live. Now I want to get to this deep content. Of course, y'all all see the title. Your eyes is a camera. But who is it seen for? Now, if any of y'all have any questions before I begin, put it now. If anyone wants to give back. I don't believe I put my links in the description, but I'm sure y'all all know it by heart. Little grits in the eye. How do I look, guys? Am I aging yet? My teeth. I'm sorry. I'm really 50 years old. I just say, like, whatever age sounds about. My daughter's 30. I don't want to laugh at anyone anymore. It's just not. No, I'm just playing. Now, let's get to the deep content. Seeing is the purpose of life. But the question is, who are we seeing for? Now, I'm saying that because y'all eyes are cameras, are like a camera lens. Unknowns to y'all. Y'all live y'all lives, walk around. But at the same time, y'all are recording. I'm sorry, let me get this sound together. Like I said, at the same time, y'all are recording. Like a audio and visual self-moving camera. This is all of us. And so, what are we recording for is the question. Now, this is tricky or hard to explain, but bear with me. Make sure you're listening. There's the almighty power that rules over the physical life. And everything in it, of course. And our eyes are recording for that power. That power doesn't have life or can't share in it. So, we're brought into the physical life to see for that deity. Now, who is this all-powerful deity? In religions, they call him Lucifer, Satan, Shaitan, the devil. And this is actually the God in all religions. Meaning whatever religion you follow, you worship the God over the physical, or the almighty power over the physical. Of course, it's personified, given name, all of these things, but that's what you worship. Now, that almighty power that rules over the physical life is the unconsciousness. So y'all are all conscious right now, but at any moment y'all can be sucked into unconsciousness where you go out. We all have an unconsciousness, and it all controls when we come and go, meaning when we're awake, when we're asleep. It controls when we have life or when we're dead. Meaning when y'all die, y'all gonna go unconscious. In that, there's all of us, the seers, or the consciousness. And the consciousness is sucked into that darkness. Think like Christianity. Lucifer is referred to as the light bringer. Again, we all have an unconscious. It brings forth the light that we are. This is the consciousness. And it takes it back at the end of the night. And this repeats daily. Meaning we're allowed to see and be. And then you get my point? We're taken back. The ancients had that understanding. This is where y'all get y'all God and y'all religion. If you're a Muslim, Allah is referred to as the shade, or you can be given the shade of Allah. It's speaking unconsciousness, like darkness, void, being out. You're a Christian. In the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. And the earth was dark and void and empty, and the Spirit of God was hovering there in that dark nothingness. Same way you do when you go unconscious as a mind or a soul. You're just wandering in that darkness. And so, do you get my point? If you're a Christian and you say, my God is not the darkness or unconsciousness, well, in the beginning, it was dark and void according to your text. And so, you get my point? I'm just giving y'all a little clarity that the God in our religions and the God over the physical is the deity that y'all call Satan or devil, Lucifer. And those are all the personifications of unconsciousness, which is the true power over the physical, whether you speak in the unconscious darkness within or the darkness that you see all in the cosmic space that everything is in. It's all one and the same. And so this is how it works. Meaning everything that every living being sees during the course of their life, from the beginning of existence all the way to the end of existence, has been recorded by the eye and is already known or documented. To make it clear, trying to think how to put it in words. You see, I see. Everything that we see is stored in the occipital lobe. This is the hind parts, back of the brain. But of course, the brain is just the physical manifestation of the mind in all its dimensions. So, all you see, all experience, is stored in the unconscious part of your mind. You call it memory, I suppose, meaning you see all you see, and whatever you choose to remember out of all of it, so you get my point, is stored in the unconsciousness. You can say the occipital lobe is like the file finder. Like I said, everything you see goes to the occipital lobe. It gets distributed to other lobes from there and eventually ends up in what we call the unconscious part of our mind, or the subconscious. They're both one and the same, just a different word. And so the unconsciousness is where everything that was seen by an individual is stored. Now you can say we're all micro R. You're a mind, I'm a mind. The unconscious part of your mind, as well as mine, where all the memory or all that was experienced is stored, is like small units or particles that make up the greater unconsciousness or the greater darkness. So I have an unconscious, you have an unconscious. Everything I see and experience from my viewpoint is stored in my unconsciousness. So it's the same for you. And all of our unconsciousness is one with the greater unconsciousness or that great darkness. And so it's the same on the other side, meaning you have a mind. Part of it is unconsciousness, and that's how that works. The unconscious portions of your mind, where all the memory and experience is just a small unit in the greater unconsciousness. And you can say all of our small units make up the whole. Then on the conscious end, because your mind has a consciousness, this is you. That consciousness is like a small particle or unit in the greater consciousness, the great light. So there's two aspects of yourself, consciousness and unconsciousness. The consciousness is you, and that part is a part of a greater consciousness. Of course, you're separated from that greater consciousness, but if you weren't so, you'd be like a unit or a particle with the rest of the units or particles, conscious minds that make up that whole light or that whole consciousness. Now, you're the consciousness. You have the unconsciousness with you. That's Satan. That unconsciousness where all memory is stored is what the Satan needs to create an elusive reality. We call it dream. So say your dreams is constructed using your memory or all that you've seen. And so it's the same with everybody else. Now you have this great unconsciousness that we're all just a unit in. And that's the Satan's realm. And you get my point? Those memories are like the metaphysical material needed to construct what we call dream or false reality, false awake, false life. You get my point? That's the reason why we see. The Satan or the unconsciousness has no share in life. In that, we all see. What we see is stored in the unconsciousness. Of course, we go unconscious, and you get my point. It's used to construct not just the dream reality, but the afterlife reality. So, I don't want you to get lost. Trying to think how to explain it. Like I said, it's tricky. Matt Crazy said it's beautiful that the sense can see in all forms, whether it's smelling, hearing, tasting, or touching, of great clarity and outstanding perfection. All the five senses have to do with seeing, like I always tell you guys. I think young Pharaoh told you all that it had to do with something else, I forget. One of the other senses. And I was telling y'all it have to do with seeing. Meaning your sense of smell is it's a perception thing, a sight thing. If you smell a cake, then you see it in your mind. Like, same with your sound or hearing. Your mother call your voice, you see her. Like, It's not just sound, but it's a clarity or a perception. You follow? And all your senses is like that. If you feel something and you say, oh, I know what this is, it's like backup sight. Or if you don't have the sight, so you have your smell, you have your sense of hearing, a sense of touch, taste. If I say close your mouth and I put a Jolly Rancher in it and I say what you think that is, you say like, you're going to picture whatever you think it is in your mind. Everything has to do with seeing. But that's all y'all are truly is consciousness, which is seeing and being present. Now, where was I at? Oh, I was explaining how everything works. So you have the unconsciousness. Like I said, this is the Satan. And you have the consciousness, which is us. Of course, we're pulled into the unconsciousness and all that we see, our memory, whatever you want to call it. It's used to construct the dream reality and the afterlife reality. Of course, your Greeks called that deity Morpheus, the dream maker. Now, when you're dealing with the unconscious space, of course, this is not you, but this is attached to you, press itself up upon you. Now, when you're dealing with this unconscious space, or Satan, God over the physical, of course, he has his angels and demons. Or you can just say his demons are daemon. And I guess the good ones would be angels and the bad ones would be demons. Now, the demons, they're bound to the different emotional states. Of course, our emotions are like lights. Think of a day. You have 24 different hours in a day. All these different hours are different spectrums of light, different feeling. Evening doesn't feel like the daytime, and the lighting is different. And so it's the same with every hour. You get my point? Now, view your emotional state like that. Like 24 hours in a day are just different spectrums of light. The demons live in these different spectrums of light, or these different realms of emotions, meaning what you call emotions is different realms of existence, you could say. And the demons are kind of tucked away in there, bound to that spectrum of light. So let's say the demon is bound to anger, that emotional state. The demon is just that, like just angry. And it's kind of bound to that frequency, bound in that state. Let's say lust. The demon would just be bound to lust. We have these different emotional states that we feel at random moments. Now, the demons are bound to emotions. When y'all vibration change, when I say y'all vibration, I'm speaking of y'all natural emotional state. Let's say you're just present and aware. No emotion. When y'all vibration change into one of the emotions, y'all give the demons a means to enter. Remember, y'all emotions are tied into memory. So when you go into a different emotional state, you give the deities access into your mind space. And that they can manipulate the things y'all do, how y'all think, so on and so forth. It's all emotional. When I say demons, don't get lost into like all the weird talk y'all got now. Just think of like personalities, different presences that come with the body or the unconsciousness. The body being an extension of the unconsciousness. You being an extension of consciousness or the light. And so view the demons as different personalities or presences. Of course, your personality or presence can change depending on the emotional state y'all in. You get my point? I don't want you to get so lost so much on like moments of like anger or happiness, but like when you get into the emotional state. Some of y'all are like angry fixed. Some of y'all are like happy fixed. Some of y'all are like horny fixed. When I say fixed, meaning it's constant. Maybe you have your moments outside of it, but overall you're angry. Overall you're horny, meaning lustful. And so you get my point? When your vibration changes from, natural, no emotional state into one of them, you give the demons a means to enter your mind space and press upon your thoughts, your desires, things of that nature. This is why controlling your emotions is so important, but that's not taught anymore. Now, just for proof, think of the 7 deadly sins. The 7 deadly sins are emotions. And each of those emotions is associated with a demon. So it's like I said, the demons live inside the emotional states, but you have to understand the emotional states and the different spectrums of light that they are. So you can say all the different emotional states are units of consciousness, are spectrums of light. Consciousness is true light, of course. Let's say consciousness consists of all the emotional states or spectrums of light merged. Green or white light are just a presence. The demon are bound to whatever emotional state that they are. You have all the emotional states with you, but you don't have to use them. But sometimes they use you, get my point? And then the demons have access. From there, y'all start doing horrid things. Meaning, everybody was born as an innocent child. Some of y'all have done horrible things. Some of y'all have seen people do horrible things. Some of y'all have become drunks laying on the side of the street. But you was a nice person in your earlier days. What happened? The demons. This is a real thing. It was documented in the past, but they don't want y'all to know. Because they sell y'all to the demons. Meaning the society we live in now, whoever's the rulers of it, they understand this. And so they're sacrificing y'all to the demons through y'all emotions. When y'all get online, y'all all have separate beliefs. Meaning the demons move on belief. Because belief is attached to emotion. You have your belief, this person has their belief. Their belief contrasts with y'all, and this is all y'all see online. It's a bunch of new beliefs that y'all never heard of that contrast with the beliefs y'all already have. Then it pisses y'all off. Then y'all go into whatever emotional state y'all go. And from there, do you get my point? A lot of y'all are already gone, and you know something is wrong, but you can't pinpoint what is that. They selling y'all to the demons. Maybe you watch online and you starting to get real lustful. You like, I don't know what the hell is going on, but I've been extra horny. This is like an emotional machine. Meaning online, it's like an emotional machine or an emotional churner. But it's to serve the demons, meaning it's to give y'all to the demons. The demons are within y'all. They reside within y'all unconscious mind space in all its hidden dimensions. And you get my point? From there, once the emotions is disturbed or the natural vibration is disturbed, then they can get in. And that, do you get my point? You can test it yourself. try to like piss somebody off, like change their emotions, and watch how the personality changes with it. And you get my point? Like that, you'll see, like, oh yeah, they're just regular till you get them into a certain kind of bump or groove. From there, y'all are controllable. More than that, the demons have y'all. Think like drugs. Drugs is an emotional thing. And that somebody on drugs, they deep into their emotions. They gonna be pressed upon more. They probably be overtaken. And so, do you get my point? It's a deep thing. They're selling y'all out to the demons, but y'all don't understand what the demons are truly. To y'all, they're just a whole bunch of dumb talk that y'all see online. Crazy. He said he just bust me across my head. Salam, y'all joking, but this is all real. Like I said, y'all have a perspective of demons being ghosts and goblins and things around y'all. It's in y'all. Think like an unseen personality that needs something to do its thing through. And you get my point? It's going to do its thing through y'all. When the emotional state is kind of, you get it? Tampered with, so to say. Now, you said that's so beautiful. It gives much wonder of straightforward truth, where the understanding leaves no doubt in our ways of living or living with the difficulty. We do have manipulators, though. You have demons outside of yourselves because you have people outside of yourself and they have demons inside of them like we all do. They ain't got no emotional control. Then the demons get them. Then y'all get attacked outside and inside, but you can't control nobody else. You could just be aware. You get my point? In regards to yourself, you want to keep yourself emotionally stable. Otherwise, you're kind of giving control to things you truly don't want to. And this is when y'all end up in places like prison or jail. Or like a wooden box, dead. And so you always want to, like I always tell y'all, emotional control. Cleanse out the conscious. Get the emotional state together. But that's how that works. Meaning you're the consciousness. And you're like a small particle or a unit of a greater consciousness. When I say consciousness, I'm speaking of a presence, like being present. Forget emotions or feelings or I want to do this or just present. No emotion needed, just seeing and being. You have a greater consciousness or place. And then you have the unconsciousness, which is the Satan. And that's what's with us all. And that's what controls the physical life. When I say the physical life, I'm speaking about the consciousness. That is the life. Y'all waking up. Don't get lost into the place. The place is dead. Meaning physical life is just an extension of unconsciousness. You follow? Unconsciousness has many places in it. When I say many places in it, think like dream. All those places being constructed by the memory of all those that's alive. They see, they remember, and you get it? That metaphysical material is kind of used to create those false realities that we call dream and that dead souls call afterlife. You say, man, I'm going to heaven, I'm going to hell. These is all places of the God over the physical. It's like I told you before, heaven and hell is in the same place. This is why in y'all Bible and in y'all Quran, the people in heaven be looking down at the people in hell. How can they see them? Because they in the same place. It's just like the rich part of town and the poor part of town. Sin Earth, like that. It's all in the same place. Hell, basically. And so the most important thing you want to do is kind of control your emotions. Cleanse yourself before you die. Meaning any problems you have with any person or anything or any circumstances, you want to cleanse yourself of that at some point before you die. Why? Because if you die, well, like I said, you're the consciousness. It belongs to a greater consciousness, but it has an unconsciousness attached to it. Now, the physical body is an extension of that unconsciousness. Now, of course, you as a consciousness, you live your life, you see things, you remember things. It's stored in the unconscious part of you, which is the Satan. Now, let's say you die emotionally attached to things of your past or just the physical period. Then this is how you stay stuck in those false realities. Do you get my point? Meaning, you as the consciousness become bound to your unconsciousness, which is where all your memory and experience lie. And then you get trapped in those false realities or dreams. Remember, your thoughts or your memories are constructed into place, are used to create place. Again, think like dream. You go into dream, which is a result of your memories, but it's constructed into a place, and you're present there. You didn't make the place, but there you are. And you get my point? It's an emotional thing. It's all tied into the emotion. In that you see people in your dreams, whatever the case may be. These are the demons. You say, no, I see my grandma in the dream. Maybe you did if she's lost in the unconsciousness, but some of y'all had dreams about your grandma while she was still alive. Why you ain't say that was her then? You had a dream about your homeboy, he live up the block. He's still alive right now. You ain't say, yo, that was him in my dream. That wasn't him in your dream. So who was it? Oh, the demons. And was having sex with that girl in your dreams. You know who that was? Me. I'm just playing. Relax. If you're gay, relax. Hey, ooh, Silas, that was you? No, it wasn't. I'm celibate. I'm not celibate. Anyone wants to give me poom poom 99. I'm not celibate. If you're a little bit on the fruity tooty side, Big Uzi is celibate, yeah? Say, ooh, I like him. Niggas a whole dude, Mad Diesel. Ooh, I like him. No. Gotta go. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Just be mad, buff, and gay in the daytimes. The hey, honey child? No. There's no honey, no children here. There's nothing here for you to abuse, big fella. I'm sorry if you're a little homosexual in these. I'm just playing. Relax. No one has to put their hands on me. I am a wraith, you know? Wouldn't want to have to hurt anyone. Now I have to use the restroom, but you know, you got to go. It's like Cat Williams said. Diddy gonna win the party, and you got no. You gotta say it like that. You got to tell a nigga no. I'm good, big baby. Now, this goes a little deeper, but like I said, make sure you know, get a conscious cleansing from the wise one, emotional cleansing before you die. No one knows when they're gonna die, but you get my point. So you alive. You want to make sure you die pure and free. Otherwise, you be bound to the unconsciousness. And be a demon yourself, basically. You get my point? And this is a result of you being attached to your memory. It's the same in the physical. Some of y'all are stuck in a time. You're lost in your mind. And life is just moving on, but you're lost in your mind and you think there's these beefs and things. You get my point? A lot of women are suffering like that. You're holding on to things. And you get my point? When you die in that state, and you be lost with the Satan. It's all emotional. So Christians, Muslims, they scared to death. So you get it? They gonna die and be holding on to the things from the physical, which is their religion. You say, my religion ain't physical. That's where you got it from. The world. You was trying to be down with the world. Y'all all Christians and Muslims for that reason. You're trying to appease somebody in the world or whatever group or area you come from. You want to look like I'm down. And you're going to go to hell for it. It's not a punishment. It's your own doing. You say, I don't see what you mean. You do see what I mean, but you like to play stupid. And how long that lasts is like I said, you're going to be dead, still playing stupid. Living in your memories. Living in your fake religion that you got from this world. Living in this bullshit thing you got from this world and that. Until you done with it. You see how y'all live y'all whole life in belief? Belief ain't truth, but y'all believe. Like he said, believe in Jesus. Rapture soon. See the negativity? Believe in Jesus. Death coming soon. They worship death. They don't get it. But he gonna be in hell, lost in his If you ever heard anything about hell and you said like the people gnashing their teeth and just blabbering gibberish, him. Whatever y'all heard about hell, y'all seeing it now. Y'all just don't understand. Like the stupid fools y'all see in the physical gonna be the dead souls in the same state. The drunk old nigga blabbering his mouth at the corner store, he gonna be the drunk old soul in hell somewhere, blabbering dumb shit the same way. The whore that the whole neighborhood had sex with gonna be the whore in the afterlife. Hell, that's what I mean. Like, most people don't snap out of it before they die. They just play dumb until they do. And that dumbness carries over into the afterlife. And it makes for the measure of the afterlife, like the time length. Say, how long I'm gonna be in hell, Silas? Well, as long as you like to play stupid. Like you don't understand the truth when you hear it. Let's say you a Christian or Muslim right now. You see how you grasp, but you still like, I'm scared. Allah gonna get me. Like that. Believe what you already believe. You don't worry about what I said. Whatever I said, it's gonna be your reality regardless. And so just chuck it up to experience. I mean, you sit in hell for you sit in hell for hella long and then realize, okay, he was right. I'm just an asshole with ego. Return to the greater consciousness from there, and you can just charge all that time in hell to your ignorance. I don't know. All I can say is if you're a Christian, you believe in a beat up dude on the cross, but you're grown, but that's your God. You say, no, that's not my God. That's just the depiction that they put of him. Okay, well, that's blasphemy when you're drawing depictions of God. You're disrespectful. So if you have any image of God in your mind, you're disrespectful. And y'all all have an image of God in y'all mind because y'all speak of Jesus as if it's a person y'all know. Like you met dude before. They be like, Jesus coming. How do you skip past, you don't even know if that's a real person or nothing. You only heard the name. That part. Christians don't worship God. They worship whoever they trying to appease. That introduced them to the foolishness. Be real. I'm saying that because y'all don't know none of these gods y'all talking about. The person that made the word or the name of your God, right? A name is a description, meaning you have a name, it's your description. Everybody else have a name. It's for a person or a specific thing. It doesn't have to be a person, but a thing. Now, the person that made the name for the gods you worship, what were they talking about? I'm saying that so a lot of y'all can see. You don't know the answer. You just worship the world. Meaning, you worship whatever name you got. You don't even know who it's talking about specifically, but you worship it. And you do it to appease your parents, your family, your neighborhood, this or that. Not because it's true. You can't say it's true because it haven't came true yet. It's just a belief. And a belief is a trick of lie. Meaning that demons run on belief. That's the only way they have existence. Demons are like this. People that never were, that are. Million sperm cells chase to get the egg. One get it. The rest of those souls never were. But they are. So you get it? It's like you. You ain't shit. Close your eyes. You see that thing inside it? That nothing thing that's in the inside? Like that. You, like I said, you ain't shit. It's that nothing thing inside yourself, like inside your body. That nothing. I don't think I'm gonna make it. You know, I have to use the I have to use the restroom for quite a while now. I've been holding it. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Yeah, let me use the restroom and stop playing. It's interfering with the deep stuff. Now y'all can use this time to give back. Peace and wisdom, Thomas, man. I have to get my lighting together. I apologize. I'm using regular light. If I'm not as beautiful as I usually am, you know. Oh, it's just my lighting. Don't worry. A hearsay oath is a deep thing. Everything y'all learn is lie in belief format. And it's so y'all be sold out to the demons. Meaning, as long as y'all got beliefs and all this dumb stuff, then when y'all die, y'all gonna be attached to it. And y'all gonna be lost in the unconsciousness. Kinda living out your memories. But they're gonna be like places, like how your dreams is. So when you go unconscious, you end up in place sometime. And you have an experience there. But that place is just your memory. When you're in the physical, so you can think your memories. When you're not physical, then you have to live them. It's like how dream works. And you get my point? That could last forever. It all depends on you. So you can look at it like that. Satan, which is the unconsciousness, need living souls. Remember, the body is an extension of the unconsciousness. But the unconsciousness need living souls to come into it. So they see and experience. And then their memory, which is their mind, their soul. So your soul is an unconscious and is a conscious and an unconscious merging. The conscious part can depart from the unconscious part, but if it's bound to its memory, then it won't. And that, y'all be lost in the greater darkness, or in the Satan, so to say. And you get my point? That Satan need living souls to experience physical life, so there be place in the unconscious. So the unconscious be like physical life, which it is. Meaning y'all go unconscious, go in a dream, and it's the same as the physical life. The Satan or the unconscious needs y'all to live and see so it can create those places in the darkness for the souls to get lost into it. So as long as y'all lost in y'all memory, which y'all are all day, meaning you either thinking of future events or you either thinking of your past. Y'all in hell, but y'all don't understand nothing that I be trying to teach y'all. And I haven't been compensated enough where I can where I can to make sure y'all do. But you get it, most of y'all living in hell in the physical. And it's just the precursor to the greater. So let's say you a person, you spend most of your day thinking in the past about all the things you mad about, whatever experience you mad about. Sometimes you spend your time thinking in the future about a whole bunch of things you want, your desires. In regards to you being present in the moment and making the best of that moment, you don't do nothing. You're lost in the past or the present. The past or the future. And it's an emotional thing that's causing it. Meaning the demons got you. So now you want this cycle. Whenever you see a cycle, the demons got you. It's just like the holidays or the year. You got the dark cosmic space, you got the constellations in it, all in their specific direction. Your unconscious mind is the same way. It's like the dark cosmic space, and all your memories make for place or constellation in its specific direction. And then they just ambush you whenever you fall into the emotion. You get my point? Gets worse and worse, I suppose. Y'all start drinking or whatever happens. You get my point? It becomes a whole emotional roller coaster, a whole demon fest. And so most people are plagued by demons, meaning they infested, but they don't understand what demons are. And that they just go through, the motions, so to say. And so, like I said, you have that unconsciousness, which is the devil, Satan, whatever y'all want to call it. And the souls, which is the consciousness that we are. That's us. That get lost in the unconsciousness, meaning it gets lost in its memory. The wrath of its memory, the lust of its memory, whatever the case may be. Maybe it gets lost in its belief, which is tied to some emotional state as well, just like memory. Maybe it get lost in a lie, a guilt, anything that has to do with the physical experience. Anything you could think of that you hold on to from the physical experience will be used to keep the soul that you are, the consciousness, bound to the unconsciousness, where you experience these false realities. You follow? So you say, when I die, I just want to return to the all consciousness, which is the present, eternity. And I can just do and be. But that's not what will happen. You end up in a false reality, meaning you end up in your dream or an afterlife. And that keeps happening forever until the soul realizes what's happening. But that's hard. Dreams seem real to y'all when y'all there. When y'all wake up, then y'all say it wasn't real. If y'all never wake up, then it never be fake. Like that. You could get lost in a dream, and you get my point? It's real until you snap out of it. If you have no means to snap out or you don't know how, then you get my point? Be lost in hell or lost in a false reality. Some of y'all's, they be bad, they're burning sulfur. Whatever state the soul in. And it's all just the doing of the soul. And it's ignorance, meaning y'all don't understand things. So you get my point? Y'all serve the things that bring y'all down or bring y'all to that place. And that, if you're a religious person, you better come to terms that ain't it. You believe in aliens, this thing or that thing that y'all heard. None of these things ever come into proof or fact. You better pay attention to that. I know y'all little religions is tricksy and crafty, so they'll tell you, you gotta watch the devil. He could play games with the text so good. Motherfucker, lie, and the truth, and either fucking fool or you ain't. The same way that nigga pulled you into the religion with no proof or nothing, you gonna fill your head up with dumb shit that don't mean nothing. But don't look past the first truth, which is your ass joined the religion and a nigga ain't even have to give you no truth for you to do it. Just gave you a belief. Then when the belief is questioned, he tell you, oh, watch out for them. Y'all act like y'all stupid. Y'all not stupid, but this gonna be y'all long never. You get my point? Meaning you're gullible. You like to idolize, you like to play dumb. There's no self-reflecting on your cause in your reasoning. So all y'all in religion's playing dumb because you're not reflecting on yourself. What's the true reason you in it? Because whatever the true reason is, I know you don't think you're going to get it by God. You see how the ego work? You're not truthful with yourself, but you playing with God. I'm really a Christian. No, the fuck you ain't. That ain't nothing because you don't even know what it is. But you playing dumb right now like you could actually play on God. The ego. You see my point? And so a lot of y'all better wake up and stop playing games with yourself. You too old to be playing games with yourself. And worse than that, you don't know when you gonna die. You old. You're too old to be chasing the world or looking to be appeasing this thing or that. The truth is the truth, and that's that. And y'all better learn how to hold on to that. Because that's what's going to keep y'all from falling into all these lies. If I ask most of y'all why you believe there's aliens, no reason. Because you want to look like you down with this stupid talk of the time. That part. Say, why you think you a witch? You got women in the daytimes pretending they witches. All they doing is afflicting their own self. You can't be a witch to nobody but your own damn self. It all got to do with y'all sacrificing y'all emotional state so the demons can attack y'all. Nothing else. Y'all are not nothing. Y'all just grown ass kids pretending. Playing on belief and a bunch of lie. I'll say it again. Whoever you idolize, they not nothing. They don't know no magic. Bring them before me like I told you before. Let's see if they know some magic. That part. They magic only work in secret where nobody could see. You gotta just believe it work. They like the rainmaker, say it's gonna rain, and then when they finally do, they be like, see, I did it. It's all mind games. You don't want to play with nobody playing mind games. You see how I'm explaining what I'm explaining? And it's crystal clear as day. You take it or you don't. That part. If it ain't crystal fucking clear and you like, okay, I gotta believe. You ain't gotta believe nothing I said. You got an unconsciousness, and more than that, you're gonna live out the truth regardless if you want to believe it or not. It wouldn't care if you don't believe it. Lie needs you to believe it, not the truth. Because whatever the truth is, y'all gonna have to live it anyway. You get my point? I say Jesus ain't nothing but some made up shit. Then you say no, that's not true. Okay, well you living what I just said right now and you gonna be living it tomorrow, and I wouldn't care if you don't believe what I said or not. You gonna live the truth out, whether you don't want to acknowledge it or not. It just make it harder for you. So tomorrow you gonna be mad, I suppose, like fuck Solace. Okay. Don't go against the truth so much. It makes it worse. Meaning it makes no excuse. Ignorance is one thing once you know the truth, but you like to play dumb on it or oppose it. Mm. On the pinnacles of ego. And then a lot of y'all pretend like y'all worship God and this and that, and you just worship the world. And you ain't considered how you going to explain that to God. Now, it ain't going to be nothing for you to explain because ain't nobody playing with you but your own self. You going to go where you going to go. Everybody going to go according to their deeds or according to their truth. If most of y'all reflect, you have no truth in your mind. All you have is hearsay. Things you believe to be true. We're not talking like, oh, I believe it to be true because I don't know nothing else. You know other things, but you choose to believe that thing. If y'all reflect, y'all have no truth. Meaning y'all have took a time out to really put the mind or the soul on the scale and see the condition y'all in. Y'all got no truth. Y'all falling right into the times. All y'all know is hearsay and dumb program talk. So y'all can fit in with the world, but the world ain't loyal while you here. So why you think it's gonna be loyal when you die? Like, again, the world ain't loyal to y'all right now. You a Christian? Christianity been loyal to you? Has it been good to you? No. Christianity, and all these things y'all fall into, they target bums. And they target people when they in they low. And y'all all found y'all religions in y'all low state. You was on drugs. You was selling your ass or something. And they came down like they do because they used people. And they used you in your low because they knew you was going to feel obligated to be like, no, Jesus saved me in my low times. That wasn't Jesus. That was whatever nigga saved you. That's a part of that evil shit. And now you bound there. You a black woman. Now you a old Haitian woman. That's what a Christian is, a old Haitian. No disrespect if you Haitian. You know, some of y'all are Haitians, y'all Americanized. But your mama and your aunties and, you know, they immigrant like, and they come with the old ladies come with the religion. You gotta just leave them. They the decoration in it, blood. It's all evilly set up. Y'all turn, I see black chicks, I be like, man, I remember back in the day she was so normal. Now she's a old Haitian lady. She black. But once you turn a Christian, that's what you become. A whole Haitian lady that don't match. Crazy. Crazy outfit. And just untalkable to. Tell me I'm lying. It's a young girl right now. I bet you maybe she in her 30s, early 40s. She's an old Haitian. You can't even talk to her because you get it. She hitting you with the Jesus Christ every minute. Bitch tripping, almost break her neck, but don't, and be like, ooh, the Lord caught me. You like, Lord ain't blocked that nigga from blacking your eye like that. I'm just playing, y'all. Y'all know that. The Lord ain't stopped your man from blacking your eye last week, buddy. Okay. Got you. She a Trinidadian. No, I'm serious. Y'all give y'all lives away to this belief. And y'all do it just so y'all can appease whoever y'all trying to appease. Or maybe they caught y'all in your low times. God ain't at your rock bottoms. God at your highs. You went on your low path and it led you to your lows. Then the God of lows brought you into its synagogue, which is these churches y'all find yourselves in. Whether they Islamic, Jewish, Christian, Hebrew, Israelite, whatever. They find y'all when y'all low, and from there you get it, they start to owning you. You start to feeling like you owe them from bringing you out of your lows. And you become their liar, meaning you run around telling people about this God you know nothing about. That part. You become the new recruiter of what you don't even know what you're recruiting into. And so again, let's say you was a drug addict and you found the Lord. You didn't found the Lord, you found the devil. He's at the end of your drug addict escapades. And then you hit rock bottom, and there you go. Now you a sheep in the house of Satan, where you sit around dumb talking about things you're going to get that you ain't. In Islamic hadiths, they have writings about the end. When y'all all in hell with Satan. And Satan gonna tell y'all, man, get the fuck away from me. I didn't tell y'all what to do. I promised you this. God promised you that. You picked what I said. That's on fucking you. You get my point? And Satan gonna tell y'all, man, blaming ain't gonna do nothing for me. Ain't gonna do nothing for you. So just shut the fuck up. And that's real. I don't know how else to tell y'all that. But that's real. I'm gonna be looking for somebody to blame like y'all doing the physical, but don't nobody wanna hear that shit nowhere. You did what you did. I'm gonna say it again. Don't nobody want to hear that shit nowhere. Now, a Christian's a good sheep. They say, "Oh my God, he cursed." You lie. Which one you think worse? That part. Now, program like little good monkeys. Got all the rules in the world, but y'all got no morals. You could follow rules, but you can't follow morals. That part. You kept the Sabbath, but you lie, knowing you're lying. Y'all will lie to make your religion right. Once you got a lie to make a thing right, it ain't. That's your first sign right there. This shit is not right because why am I lying? To make it, it should just be right naturally. You get my point? Who has to lie to make right right? And so, hopefully, y'all grasp what I'm saying because a lot of y'all are doomed. And you're doomed because you're trying to fit in with the world. Whether it be online, forum, this circle, that circle, and you get my point? It already cost you your mind. That's your soul. Peace and wisdom. Hey, one of you guys, let me know if y'all can hear me because this person said they can't, but I'm not sure if they're trolling. All organized religion is just a manifestation of society's collective psychic energy. Some of y'all try to sound so smart and you don't. Sound like y'all be smoking that space monkey junkie. Now, are you good? Okay, I'm glad y'all can hear me. He said it's all just a story that they told us to make us docile. There's no they, there's just y'all. Y'all are liars and they're demons that y'all heard about and y'all don't want to transcend out of it. So you see how you said, man, they just told us whatever they told us to make us docile. Man, I've been teaching for 10 years. I watch y'all come along and lie and add on shit that wasn't there for 10 years straight. Y'all seen the same thing I did, but y'all don't pay it no mind, I suppose. Isn't that y'all are liars? Y'all hear alien talk, then y'all add on to it. You get my point? Y'all hear Christian talk or biblical scholarship, then y'all add on to it. Let's say you heard some Gnostic stuff last week. Now you a Gnostic genius. You done added your take into it. Y'all do it. You see how y'all lost into the stars and y'all say, man, the stars is evil. It's y'all that's evil. What are y'all looking at? What did the star do that's so evil? You don't know and you don't care. But whatever negativity that they say they did, you get it? Like that. Y'all are in y'all lower vibration. Those of y'all that become aware and you get my point, apart from the world and all the stupidities you get out of it, well, that'll be a blessing for you. But for most of y'all, y'all just stay packed into the crowd, never becoming aware of your own actions. And in that, y'all just carry on. You die, and you get my point? Stay on that accord. People stupid. And so, become aware of the emotional state, like I said, and try not to die in those vibrations. You want to protect your emotional energy. That's the most important thing, meaning stop jumping in the lie so easy. Because it have more effect than y'all think. Lie is like a disease on the soul. Not physical disease, but that's like a disease on the soul. Because y'all can't seem to shake it. You said, so what would positive emotional states be considered if negative emotions are demons? Angels and demons is the same thing. It's like me asking you, what are good people called and what are bad people called? It's all perspective. The angel good to you, maybe not to the next person. So you get my point? They just daemon, and that's that. Demons, whatever you want to call them. You see how y'all get lost in the words? Meaning y'all speak of things knowing it only by word, but y'all speak of it like y'all have a personal. You get my point? You're saying demons like you talking about some people that you know. And that, you get my point? Talking about unseen personalities, like I said, those who never were that are. So think like if I'm a demon or a personality that never was, meaning I was never born and that I was never named. I never lived. I don't have any memories or experiences because I just sit in the unconsciousness doing nothing. I'm not saying that I am unconscious. Unconsciousness is the dark void. I'm just there, fully aware and conscious. I just ain't in physical life, so I ain't never did nothing. You have countless souls like that. They've never been born, they've never been named, they've never had any experience. They're just in what you would call unconsciousness, but awake and just there. Same like you. You go unconscious, but you unconscious when you there. Imagine if you was just wake. Like how you are right before you wake up and you just laying there like, I don't feel like going. Think when you wake up and you like, I'm trying to go back to sleep, man. And you kind of just there, like that. They just there in the unconscious space or realms. Never having been, but they do exist. Now, lie is their truth, meaning lie is the only proof that they have to get you to know that they exist. So if you can't see me and I'm not nothing but a presence, but I've never been named, I've never had experience. In that, when you're asking me, like, who are you? So I say, nothing. What's your name? Nothing. So how I hear you? I don't know. So you likely to say, okay, I must just be high. I'm speaking to this voice, but the shit ain't nothing. I asked it what its name. It said it don't have one. I asked it everything you could think of. It don't have no answer for nothing. It's nothing. It keeps saying nothing. But it is though, because I'm talking to it. Like that. And that is easy for you to forget about it. You say, I don't know what happened. I asked it what its name is. It said it don't have one. If it don't have a name and it don't know who it is and it ain't nowhere, then what are you? Ain't nothing. You just a voice that could talk, I guess, in the wind. The demons are like that. In that they have to lie. Say, what's your name? I don't have a name, but let me give you one. My name is James. Then you say, oh, and what you look like? I look like a boy. A little young boy. Then you say, oh, okay. Your name is James and you look like a little boy and you're a demon. Yeah, I like red. And that's all lie. But it's real to you now. Meaning, you'll go tell someone. I was speaking to this demon or this unseen presence named James. It looked like a little boy. He liked red. If the demon didn't lie, then you go back to the person and say, I wasn't doing shit. I heard this voice, but the shit said it wasn't nothing. I don't know what to tell you. I was talking enough, and that's what it said it was. Do you follow? And that lie is truth to the demon because it's the only way to prove to you that it is real. You follow? I'm not saying whatever it says is real, but it makes it real. It is real. It just ain't nothing. Like, it don't have no name or nothing. You follow? Think if you was a person, right? In physical life. But you have no name and you never did anything. You just been locked in a room and nobody ever told you nothing. So now when somebody talking to you, they say, what's your name? You like, I don't have no name. What you do? I don't do nothing. What you know? I don't know nothing. Y'all will be like, man, the fuck ain't nothing. You get him away from me. It's slow. Now imagine if that person was invisible, but you could hear them. Then you'll be like, what am I dealing with? I gotta be high because I don't know what to say. If I explain it to somebody, I don't know what to tell them. I was talking to a voice. It said it was nothing and it never been before, and they gonna be like, you was talking to nothing. Then if it ain't never been and it don't have a name, then what we talking about? Demons. That's how they are. They are in existence. It just ain't never been like alive. So they ain't got no experience and no name or nothing to tell you. Now let's say the another soul been alive and it died. So it was named. It got experiences. You follow? In that when it died, it still know its name and its experiences. The other soul not like that. It never was. Now, of course, the souls that die, they had names, all of that. At some point, they forget it. They become like those who never were. So just like you, let's say you die and you in the unconscious space, getting lost in your memories. But this helped the demons did too that never were, because they get to jump in your memories with you. This place. It's like when you go in a dream, they get to run around there with you as whoever you think in a dream with you. But let's say you there so long and you lost in so many memory, you start to question if it's real. Meaning you start to question, was I really alive? Or was I just like, did I fall into one of my dreams I do? Remember, you're going to be in unconsciousness or in the dark abyss, awake. But that don't mean you won't drift off in the daydream or a dream. When you pop back up into nothingness, where you're just present, after millennia of that happened, at some point you're going to mistake your physical life as one of those dreams. Where you like, I don't know if the physical life that I remember was real, or if it's one of these things like that I be creating with my mind. At some point you're going to accept, yeah, that shit was a dream, because where is it? Where's my physical life at if it ain't? Once it becomes dreamy, you say, man, that shit wasn't real. You're going to start to forget who you are, because you say, man, that's not my real name. That wasn't my real life. That's just a dream. Then you just be like those who never were, just in the abyss, waiting to hijack somebody else's memories. You not having none anymore because you say like, I don't know if none of that was real. You just hold on to whatever you want. And you get my point? It kind of works like that. Solomon and all these different figures that y'all heard of, they got to do with the orders of keeping these demons separated from, man, but it don't work. You said now you see why prostitutes say they are the host. No pimps, no cops. Sell sperm men finding a host to attach to. No clue what some of y'all be talking about. I know a lot of y'all don't belong here, but salam. Hopefully you learn and you grow. Foolish Magus said, "You're just like everyone else. You think you know everything already." Salam, shalom. I can't do nothing with that stupid comment. Get some self worth so you can stop bum talking, because that's all that is. I'm useless. Let me be a demon in the physical. That part. Now I do know everything. Now what? That part. Stop being worthless, especially not here. And pay your dues. I'm a. Hopefully this don't disturb none of y'all, but too many bums are coming here, and I don't want to offend nobody. But the only way to get rid of the bums is to get rid of the free and the cheap. So you get my point? I'm gonna be letting bums go. But you don't have to take offense if you a bum. You didn't have to come here in that way. Salam, shalom. Peace and wisdom, fellow member. Salam, thank you. Now, where was I at before the good people that don't belong? The good people that come by here to pay me visits but don't necessarily belong here. What was I saying before y'all came? It's about self growth. This is a mental thing, an emotional thing. A lot of y'all are lost in material growth, and that's good as well. But it means nothing if the emotional state in the mind is not growing. And not a lot of y'all are stuck in child. You're still expressing yourself through insult and argument because you don't know how to communicate like an adult. You're too broken inside. And so don't take offense to that. Just dish your work. Salam. Life is not an argument. And it definitely ain't a series of bum talks. I'm just checking if I missed anything. Comments wise. Nope, I didn't. One of you guys said Satan doesn't exist, neither does hell. Unconsciousness. Salam. Could name things whatever you want. This is what happens to religious people's mind. See, in the beginning was the Word. And the Word was with the God. And that's what they worship. Words. Allah, Jesus, God, whatever they choose. But that's all they have is the Word. Like, tell them, who is this Jesus fellow? Who is Allah? Ain't nothing they could give you except more words. They believe in a word. That's all they heard. If they said, Jesus is your Lord and Savior, they said, okay, like that. They worship words out of people's mouths. In regards to them worshiping God or even knowing what that is, they don't. They worship the world. And you get my point? You're going to have their share with the world. That's the pits of hell. If you say, I don't believe in hell, you live hell right now. So I'm not sure what you're smoking. So yeah, the pastors say that it's the word. Our pastors is drunk. Y'all know that. Y'all already know this. Like, let's cut it out. Pastors fuck the members and get drunk all day. When did that change? When did the church house stop being the drug stash spot? Because when I was growing up, the preacher was my, forget it. Preacher was my big homie. Like, what's up, Preacher? What's Fresh looking like, big baby? You know, Preacher sell cocaine. I don't want to hold y'all. I don't know who told y'all otherwise. And some of y'all so naive and stupid. You're like, not my pastor. If you go to a little bummy rinky dinky church, maybe not. But if you go to a church, there's cocaine there. I wouldn't lie. I'm just telling you from my own experience. I used to sell my stuff right in Catholic school church. I told y'all the nun came out that day and threw the holy water on me. I start like, she talking about, yeah, the devil guy. I said, bitch, you throw that dirty fucking water, all them hands was in that shit, splashed in my face. Bitch, I should kill you. Like, she thought our devil was coming out of me. I'm like, this monkey, what the fuck, man? That water smell like ass. You gonna fling it in my face? I really kicked in the ass to the knee, but I had that dirty water in my eye, was burning. She talking about, yeah, Satan. I said, man, you lucky I got a pocket full of crack and I got to get out of here because I know you called the cops. But I was, man, good old days, the good old, the good old days. That's a true story. I'm not lying. St. Jude Catholic School. It's on 204th Street and 10th Avenue up in Dykeman. I used to tell the fiends, like, meet me in the lobby right there. This shit is open. Just meet me right there. I'll serve right there in the church. And people telling me, you gonna go to hell. I tell them, we live in the hood. You fuckers are talking like there's something worse than this. You going to hell. Motherfucker, I've been around you. You ain't shit. Whatever. What is that? The next floor from here? Like, is hell the step? I'm sorry, that make you feel like shit if you live in the hood, right? I ain't mean nothing by it. It's just me in my earlier days. They say you going to hell. Whatever. It got to be better than this place. What is it, the second floor? Because this damn sure the basement. And so I've always known that that's Satan's house. So I didn't mind selling nothing. Church is just a place of sinners. Drug addicts, ex-pimps, ex-prostitutes. The preacher's still a criminal. They just talk about each other. They don't have any morals. This is an evil place. I don't want to lie. And that, you feel it? Back in the day, there is no place better to sell drugs at than at the church house. Unless you lost into all this fake stuff where you like, no, those people at the church house are good. Listen here, man. Pastors was pimps. They sell drugs. If you don't believe that, I don't know what to tell you. You're just naive and you don't need to be in life. You don't need to be in Babylon. You don't belong there because you don't get it. And all them women at the church, they just the pastor's hoes. That's why he be having sex with a lot of them, even though they married. Just their hoes. That's why I don't mess with Christian chicks, because they belong to the pastor. You will be sitting around arguing with your girlfriend, and she trying to tell you what the pastor said. Next thing you know, you got to slap her. She fly through the coffee table with glass. I'm sorry. I forgot we live in different times. I like to have a little fun. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, that was Method Man in Belly. Punched in her mouth. She flew through. Punched in her mouth. She flew through the coffee table. So you feel me? That's how they like you to do them like that. He said, damn, you not lying. I never lie. Everything I say is the truth. It's just not always like what people like to talk about. You feel me? A lot of y'all getting beat up by your man tonight, right now. You gonna be getting beat up by your man tonight after you come from the club late. Blood gonna choke you like. What's with the half nails? Well, you didn't have Nelson doing you dirty. Am I lying? I be thinking like when y'all was talking about how Cassie beat up Diddy. I mean how Diddy beat up Cassie. I'm like, damn, half them get beat up right now, and you get it. They ain't saying nothing about that. They just talking about Diddy like, Diddy beat her up. Your man just beat you up. Sound like you getting molested by demons. Chelsea, whatever your name is. You said God can talk to us. He pinches my body and twitches my eyelids and fingers. Why would God be here in this dusty ass reality? Some of y'all are really lost. You the only extension of true God here. And you ain't even welcome back unless you get your shit together. That's about as close to God as y'all gonna get. Other than that, you think that God down here? Why? It's dark here. And so again, y'all are just an extension of God here. And here's so fucking bad, y'all can't even go back to God till y'all rid yourselves of here. And that's the only reality I could tell you. Otherwise, go back to God right now. You a Christian, you got real God, go back to him right now. Tell me the same thing. I'll leave y'all right now. Okay, I can't. I still got one. I can't. I still got work to do. God told me to teach y'all. I said, why the fuck I gotta deal with them for? Threats was made. Somebody got grabbed up. Point is, I'm here. Point is, here I am teaching y'all. Can y'all learn already? Because I got places to go. Salam. You said it's the Holy Spirit. You gotta stop blabbering things. This is not a place for Christians unless they're trying to free themselves from that evilness, that blasphemy. Amen is the ancient Egyptian god of darkness. The sound. You just blurted that word out. You don't even know what it is. You get my point? Y'all programmed. Y'all know how to blurt out a bunch of words that was downloaded into y'all mind, but in regards to understanding and knowing anything y'all ever talking about, it's not a concern of y'all, I see. And this is the problem. You can't do anything on ignorance. In that, y'all will grasp when y'all do whatever y'all want to grasp. You said God also told me Pastor John, whoever that is the elected high priest. The fact that y'all be believing people is the dumbest things that I've ever heard, are you, is beyond me. What am I? Since y'all know so much. Meaning you said whoever was the high priest. You said he was the high priest or whatever. So what am I? Y'all tell me. Don't be afraid. What am I? Answer simple. Unless you a fucking retard. What am I? You tell me. And now y'all on frozen. answer. I suppose you know the answer. But you know the answer right now. He said a real life hood shaman that's eloquent. Eloquent. I'm not hood, but that's your perspective. Salam. I'm a grown ass man. Maybe I'll get that through the brain at some point. You know, wisest man alive died before. And here to warn us of what's to come. Salam. I'm the thing. The special thing. Not big, not in the way so much. Just the thing. But the most important thing that y'all got in life. You know, whoever your high priest is nobody. Your high priest know who I am. And all the people that lie to y'all know who I am. That's why they work around the clock. You follow? And don't none of that matter because you gotta save your own self. You follow? Y'all think a God or this goofy nigga that say he a high priest or that could save y'all. Can't nobody save y'all. Y'all have to learn, accept, make whatever corrections y'all need to make to the self so the self can be free from the physical. I don't want to say the physical, but the fading reality y'all have where y'all come and go. Again, you come to this place, you're going to leave tonight, then you're going to wake back up stuck here again and keep ping-ponging from unconscious to conscious, waking up here again. It's like jail. You go to sleep, you have a dream, wake up back here like, damn, I thought I was free. I'm still doing my hard time. And so you get my point? Here's a reflection of y'all. Meaning if it's bad here, it's because y'all are. If it's a heaven here, it's because y'all have heaven inside of y'all. If y'all slaving, it's because y'all slaves. You get my point? And can't nobody make you what you don't want to be until you want to be. And that, all I could tell y'all is become self-aware. Because a lot of y'all low for nothing. And you get it? A lot of y'all high for nothing. You got high priest. High priest is nobody. Anybody with authority in life. I'm not talking about authority in y'all Babylons. This nigga's the head security guard. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about real authority in life. Manifested principles. And you got people walking around, their principles manifested. And they don't never come off they square. And so anybody of a real authority is going to tell you, you got to save yourself. It's like going to sleep. I only got enough room to go by myself. Look at y'all lives as that. Nobody can save you because nobody can fit into your sleep. Like, I can't come with you into your death or your unconsciousness. In that, I can only give you what I can give you when you hear or when you present. But everybody gonna go on their way. You get my point? Meaning y'all come and y'all go. Suppose everybody gonna go for good, and how somebody gonna save you? Some of y'all say God waiting for me when I die. Same thing waiting for you in the physical, waiting for you in death. Lying ass souls. You was born here, they told you about Santa Claus and every lie you could think of, and you gotta pull teeth just to get truth now. And I have to become aware everything y'all learn here is a lie, a belief, a guess, a theory, no truth, no dead, straightforward truth. And so you get it? These is the things y'all have to overcome. They one with the darkness. They one with the ignorance. And hopefully y'all can. You said we are too born in this thing of manipulated livings. You got to work on your writing. Reality Islam, something said 3.9 times 10 to the 10th or 16th power minus 6.4 times 10 to the 10th power is the resonant frequency of the temple of God. Stupid nigga think God is math curriculum. Nigga think God is 3.9 times 10. I hope you was joking. I'm showing your little small puddle you're wise, but here you're dumb. A nigga gotta learn math to find God. You gotta learn morals to find God. This nigga looking for math equations to find God. Nigga, find yourself some morals. God will appear. The niggas be telling y'all all the dumb shit in life. You gotta astral project. You gotta do 3 backflips, a cartwheel, and then do a James Brown shimmy. And that's the key to God. A nigga will have sex with y'all and be like, that's God coming. That's how y'all be getting a little raped in y'all little face. The key to God is good morals. When you learn that, simplest thing to grasp. There you go with a rug. Sit on my rug and let me put my hand in your eyes. That's how Muslims used to get brought into Muslimhood. That's why they pray how they do. And I'm not lying. Prostrate before the Lord mean bend over and give your asshole up. And that's why they pray how they do. Let's go all the way back to Kings. That part. And they prostrate before the Lord. That mean bend over, put their asshole up, and y'all know the rest. And that ain't no lie. That's why Islamic men be looking halfway gay when they praying. It's all homosexual shit. Y'all play like y'all dumb, but y'all know what I'm talking about, man. You're not about to tell me you a Muslim and you ain't never put your eye up at no moment like this motherfucker's a faggot, man. I don't care what nobody say. He liking this shit too much. Like, a real man don't feel comfortable. I just have to leave y'all on y'all accords. Whatever somebody can trick you into doing is on you. It really ain't my problem, you feel me? I quit football because they told me dude had to put his hand on my ass. And I just don't get it. They said they wanted me to be quarterback. So they said, take your hand and put it, touch his cup, like put your hand in his ass. I said, why? I could catch the ball if you just throw it to me. They said you might jam your fingers. I said, I don't mind. Shit, I I don't mind shit happens. It's better than me putting my hand up his ass. I don't want to do that. He took me off quarterback. That made me wide receiver. This is where it all went wrong. I'm a man's man. So I ain't putting my hand on nobody's ass. And I didn't see the purpose of the butt pad either. I said, this is some gay shit. Niggas want me to put on a thong with a cup in the front. What kind of freaky gay shit is this? And put a butt pad over my ass? I said, I don't need none of this shit. This is strange. I went on out there on that field. Let's just say you need your butt pad. Gay or not. I put that butt pad on. And I caught that ball. I was running to the touchdown. You got that helmet on, you can't see out the side so good. So let's just say somebody just hit me so hard I fell on my ass, broke my tailbone. And I said, yep. Think I'm done with football. I didn't tell nobody. I got sacked. I got up like nothing happened because I had that kind of pride. Ass was broken, all that. When they found out, they like, damn, Blood is a Spartan. We really do need him. Fractured my shit. I didn't even know, but I'm hood nigga, so I had mad pride. I got right up like nothing happened. They like, damn, Blood strong, cause the coach's son hit me. And that nigga damn near, he was like half passed out. So they was expecting me to be passed out. I was just trying to walk off my ass. I'm like, oh my God, my ass is killing me. And I finished playing. Then when I went home, I'm like, oh hell no, I ain't going back. Like, and I never went back. But they was calling me to pay for me and shit like that. But I ain't want to tell them like I broke my ass. It just sounds strange. Like, you know, when you young, like how do I tell somebody that? I ain't tell nobody. I just left it. Like I guess my ass healed on its own. I never told nobody. Ass was just killing me for like. Ass was on fire for at least 6 months. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm like, I'm not about to. Ain't nobody digging in my ass if it is broke, so you get it? It don't make no point to tell nobody. So I just held that one. It is what it is, but be careful. Be careful when it's half a homosexual life, because everything lined up for you, you know? To have a dick in your mouth by mistake, excuse my language. Now living this life, it ain't happened to you yet. Somebody's looking. Toot that thing up. Yeah, in Islam they be wildin'. Okay, Ferry, you said off topic, but I would like to ask if there's a cure to stop our bodies from getting ill. Myself and my children are always getting sick. Sickness is a vibration, and healthy is a vibration. Sick people, they get sick ever so often. And healthy people don't never get sick. So I don't never get sick. If you've been watching me long enough, I don't. I say it sometimes just because I'm stupid. I don't know. I like to say shit. But you get it, I never get sick. It's a vibration. Meaning, y'all have a lie within y'all. And lie is the foundations of all mental illnesses, emotional illnesses. And from there, you get my point. All other illness. Most people are vibrating on lie. In that they get sick. Now most of y'all will say, no, that got to be a lie. Try it. Y'all vibrating on lie. Y'all got so much lie in the mind, guilt and other things causes y'all to become ill ever so often. Good health is in the emotional state in the mind. Meaning if the mind is clear and the emotional state is clear, you won't be able to get sick. Y'all do have a healing mechanism in your body, meaning if I give you a cut, it will heal on its own. Health got to do with you complementing that power or understanding that power within. Again, if y'all get sick, y'all will heal on y'all own. If y'all even get physically injured, shit, I could cut your whole hand off. It will heal itself. You may not get the hand back because that's off, but that area will heal itself on its own. You wouldn't have to do anything. Just leave it. And that's the first lesson on health. Y'all have to learn nothing. Y'all always looking to do something when y'all get sick, forgetting that y'all have a natural healing mechanism within y'all. And it works best when y'all leave it alone and let it do what it need to do. You follow? All the medicine y'all take, well, the same thing was going to happen anyway. You say I had a headache, so I popped these Tylenol. Headache was going to go away whether you did that or not. So why'd you pop the Tylenol? That part. Because y'all don't understand. Y'all live lie like that. You pop the Tylenol so it could do what your body naturally going to do. But the Tylenol got an after effect. Now, Tylenol is just chemicals that don't even need to be in your body to begin with. They not healing y'all. They making y'all sick, or they putting y'all on the sick vibration. Most of y'all need to learn nothing, meaning you need to learn how to let the healing mechanism within do its job. From there, stop doing things to make yourself sick. Be moderate in your diet and things like that when you eat. Learn a real diet. Because a lot of y'all got fake diets, false diet. Y'all got fake holistic teachers healing y'all. Let me give y'all a quick jewel on that. Natural medicine and holistic healing, it have to do with the drug plants. Meaning the drug plants, you have food plants, drug plants, and poisonous plants. Holistic or natural medicine has to do with the drug and poisonous plants. Now, of course, in the United States, the drugs, those plants are illegal. That means a person in the United States could never heal you using natural medicine because they can't even get it. The cocaine plant, the poppy plant, or the heroin plant. All those different drugs are plants, meaning all the drugs that we have, they plants. But they're legal in the United States. In that, whatever holistic teacher or healers healing you in the USA, they don't have no access to real medicine plants, which is the drug plants. And most people forgot about the art of poisonous plant farming. You dilute the poisons and they work good as potent medicines. In fact, that's the best medicine you're going to get. But like I said, most people don't know what they're doing there. Like poison ivy cures herpes, but I don't want to get into that. And maybe if you... I heal whoever I choose. I was going to say you could reach out, but don't. I have to learn. But in any event, you have medicinal plants and poisonous plants. People in the United States that say they practice holistic healing, they have no access to true medicinal or drug plants, and they don't know poisonous plant medicine. And that what they do is get the food plants and convince y'all that's medicine. You follow? And that y'all get eating sea moss and fruits and vegetables and all this dumb regular stuff that's just food. It ain't gonna do nothing to you. Meaning it ain't gonna heal you or harm you. That part. A lot of the holistic And natural medicine healers y'all have, think like Dr. Sebi products. They done sold him out. He sell pills. Natural medicine is not no product. It's not a pill. Pills don't grow off trees or plants. But if you go to Dr. Sebi website, there's pills there. Do you get my point? They selling y'all out on fake shit, man. A real holistic or natural medicine healer is never going to give you anything to heal yourself. You going to go visit them. They going to give you the natural plant drug, whatever it may be, or the poison. And then they going to have you come see them. You get it? Think like a prescription. Take this once every day. They going to make you come see them once every day. They're not going to entrust you with it because you'll harm yourself. In that, you can't harm yourself, give it to anybody else, nothing. You could just come here, get healed, end of story. In that, if you get a little addicted and you want more, I'm not giving you more. You don't know how to do it on your own. So you just have to just be better. That's how a natural healer will do it. Meaning a shaman that's out in nature or something that has access to the drug plants and things like that and really know natural medicine. They're not going to give y'all nothing. No recipes, none of that. Because you get my point? You sick, so you can't be trusted. Like, you can't trust a sick person with, can't trust a sick person with, like, you get it? Health stuff. They was already healthy. They can't trust their fucking self. They sick, so you get it? It's like I got the cure to herpes. I can't trust you with it because you ain't have herpes. Now you got it. That means you don't give a fuck about health that much. And so you follow? It's all simple, but you have to learn, you have to grasp. Now, if any of you guys want to give back, please do so. Visit my website. Check out the little solid sanctuary I'm trying to raise money for. It's a bit pricey, but I think we can do it. If y'all all, come together, give back, I think it's something that can happen. And so just be careful out here. Like I said, everything y'all kind of getting is lie. Y'all watch it being shaped and formed right before y'all eyes. But I want to be down with the world so bad, even though I don't know what that is. Okay, I'm getting dried out. I'm a little tired now. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Oh, y'all don't get to see me with my hat off too often, right? Yeah, line's a little crooked. I'm getting old, don't worry. But I still have a full head. Still have all my teeth, I'm long. I'm girthy. Yeah, I'm just girthy and long. The six pack is still there, big baby. Now I'm about to depart. Hopefully y'all grasp this video and visit my website. I'm gonna have a conscious cleansing mentorship 6-week and self-perfection, self-growth 6-week course or mentorship as well. One is gonna start December 1st and the other one is gonna start in January 1st. Like I said, it's a 6-week joint. You want to kind of finally go through your real baptism where you cleanse out your mind and your emotional state. And then at the end of the mentorship, of course, you have to go to the beach, Shaw River. Beach is better because it has an incoming tide and an outgoing tide. You kind of want to walk out into the beach, with your linen or whatever you have on. It can even be naked. And, as the tide comes in, you say your little oath or whatever. And as it goes out, So you should be clean and keep that vibration. You get my point? Don't dirty yourself again. Trying to appease things of this world and those that's lost in it. Y'all be giving yourselves up to like people and their lies. So you can be with them and it ain't worth it. And so it kind of grabs. Now I'm departing the splendor